This weekend marks 1 year since the tragic shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. It took the lives of 26 people, including 20 first-grade students. One of the children killed was 6-year-old Jesse Lewis. His mother, Scarlett, has written a book called Nurturing, Healing, Love, and joins me now. Scarlett, I'm so glad to have you here, and thank you for joining us. When you had the devastating news that Jesse had been killed at the school, you found that Jesse had actually been instrumental in saving some of the other kids' lives.
9 lives, yes.
How did he do that?
The shooter entered Jesse's classroom and continued his killing spree, killing Jesse's beloved Miss Soto, his teacher, and then his gun ran out of bullets. So during the short time that it took for him to, I guess, disengage his clip and reload, Jesse, sensing the delay, yelled out to 9 of his classmates and told them to run. And they said that it was because he yelled run that they ran and they were saved.
Jesse was a hero that day. He was not just a victim. I can't imagine a 6-year-old having the presence of mind to take that kind of action. I would think he would be, like all of them, just terrified. How surprised were you that you found out Jesse that day acted so unselfishly and courageously?
When I was at the firehouse, and of course I got there when all the parents were being reunited with their loved ones, and Jesse was not among those. And the hours kept going forward, and I kind of realized Jesse wasn't coming back. I thought to myself, I know if Jesse's not coming back, he did something brave. And I even thought he probably tried to save his beloved teacher. So when we found out that's exactly what happened, I was not surprised at all. I was very proud, but I was not surprised.
Heartbroken as a mother, but proud that your son had spent his last moments on this earth looking after his classmates instead of just turning and running to save his own life. How does that make you feel inside as a mom?
I feel incredibly proud of him. You know, I believe, honestly, that he fulfilled his purpose that day very bravely. And I just only hope to fulfill mine as bravely as he did.
You know, you've written a book, and it's about healing and nurturing and loving. And I think a lot of people are saying, Scarlett, your son was murdered in a school classroom, a place that's supposed to be safe. How could you forgive? How could you forgive the person who murdered your son and created such carnage on a school campus? How do you do that?
You know, nurturing, healing, love, those words are Jesse's words. He left those words on our kitchen chalkboard shortly before he died. I found them shortly after he died. And you know, if you see those words, they're just so profound. Nurturing, healing, love is in the definition of compassion across all cultures. And I believe that it was a spiritual message. It was definitely not in his vernacular. It's phonetically spelled. He didn't know those words, but they're the meaning is very clear. And that is my purpose now, to spread nurturing, healing, love. Forgiveness is a big part of that. Forgiveness is so important, and we don't really talk about it. It's the only way that you can cut your cord to pain and move forward with all of your personal power intact. And I want to provide perspective for everyone to say, I have forgiven. It was a choice. It's a process. It's something that I do sometimes every day. Today's the year anniversary. We gathered at Jesse's grave, and I had to do it several times this morning. Forgive again. But each time I do, it makes me feel better. I do it for myself. I do it for my son. I do it for my foundation now and my message. And I do it for everyone else, to show them, you know, this is a choice. You can do it. It frees you. It gives you your personal power back, and everyone can do it. If you look inside your own life and think about the hurt that you're carrying, you can release that.
You know, when I think about what you've written in the book, it's a message not just about what happened to Jesse and how you've coped with it. This is a message to anybody who's struggling with anger and bitterness and personal hurt. And I think a lot of people are going to watch you tonight. They're going to say, if she can forgive that, because I can't think of anything worse than having somebody murder my child. You know, people can do things to me. Okay. Do something to my children or my grandchildren. I don't know how to handle that. If you're able to handle that, I mean, I think that's the message of your book, that you can get through and find a way to forgive and to heal your own life. You can't fix what's happened. You can't bring Jesse back, but you can keep it from destroying your life.
Absolutely. You know, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control your reaction to it. And choice has become such a huge part of my life. I see how everything is a choice, you know, and my reaction to this is a choice. I have definitely found meaning in my suffering, and the book is my journey of hope and forgiveness. And I think, you know, it is sad in the beginning, but I think when you finish reading it, it gives you an equation to health and joy in your own life, healing from any type of sorrow or pain, and that equation is gratitude plus forgiveness plus compassion, and you know, and it kind of walks through that clearly. And I hope that everybody takes that from this book.
They will. They will take it. And Scarlett, thank you for sharing the story, because I think in so doing, you not only give us an insight into a mother's love, but also into a mother's capacity to forgive. You've done a great service to help all of us cope with the hurts and the pains of our lives. And thank you for your courage and sharing it with us. God bless you for being here today.
Thank you, Mike.
very, very much.
Thank you.